of course, they don't knock hope they don't knock the wrong door. So it turns out, say, at a very first examination, you realize that the underlying non-universal credential schemes, they already had this kind of capabilities. Okay, so can this kind of be reused in the high level so that the FBI can achieve the similar functionality? It turns out, ironically, that they are useless in this sense, exactly because of this. You can simulate. By you, I mean the others can simulate. Okay, so this is something really interesting. So we so far have only a partial solution, which that's the restriction that the policy formula or circuit has to be a DNF. You can transfer it into DNF, and then there are some crypto tricks which allows we to achieve allows us to achieve revocation. But there is another restriction that because we got common threshold gate, so the input wires has to be an algorithm to secure parameter. Otherwise, I don't know how can you transfer it into DNF without within polynomial expansion. Okay, so we're kind of a partial solution towards very restricted class of the whole class of policies. Okay. And so if we achieve that, then if you treat the inherent collaboration enabler I just mentioned before, if I have something, you have something, we put it together, we can convince the verifier we are legitimate. So if you think that is an attack and not instead of a feature, then this can help out. Okay? Yeah, then related work. Basically, it's two lines of research, because as I already mentioned, we're really trying to kind of try to generalize two things and then get it to a unified picture. Okay, unified framework. The first is the policy, flexible policies or somewhat flexible policies are accommodated. There are many constructs from crypto and non-crypto community. So, like the notion of ring signature and or something like that, and say OSB, you wanted to apply Linghui and others, and the hidden credentials, I think you already familiar with. Okay, but again, they don't accommodate anonymous credentials we mentioned there. So, to people like me or the crypto community, the unlinked community is really kind of essential, but maybe not to many other people. And then the privacy preserving like these very nice constructs, but they don't really accommodate the policies, real life policy. So the conclusion is that we have a kind of general technique, but not general enough in the sense that our policies can only be a certain class of formulas, okay, and then we kind of unify, so achieve some extent of unification, but not the ultimate goal yet. Okay, so that's why I said this is just a first step. And we have many, really many. I don't even try to write it here. So, for example, because the size is proportional to the size of the circuit. So if we can achieve logarithmic or even constant size, that would be very nice, isn't it? Independent of the number of inputs. Okay, so I think even for the class of formulas, it's very tough. However, for a very specific class, it's possible. So we have some clue, but the details are not worked out yet. Okay, and then we said that we can achieve revocation, but only are very specific of the whole policy which we consider, right? So how can we achieve that without imposing this restriction? And then right now the policy is protected. Is public. So how can we make it secret? And then even if the policies are protected, say like, but still could do inference based on just the query answer. Indeed, in a larger context, I have work which show certain policies or certain knowledge in that context can be really quickly be recovered with very small number of queries. So we need to kind of really quantify it. Okay, so missing is more paranoid. And then indeed, there are several other very challenging problems. So many things to keep down. And then?
We have a couple of minutes for questions. Have you is there an implementation of this algorithm?
Not yet. No, I'm trying to find the students to do that. I really want to kind of so right now we're kind of at the stage of so I'm really excited about it to kind of establish such a unified framework, and then on one hand need to like make the policy part more powerful. I know there are many things it cannot express, and on the other hand make it more practical. So I really want to, after I kind of do more, doing more like this kind of theoretical design or investigation, and at some stage I really want to build a system which can be used, particularly in like a peer-to-peer system as a middleware. So I really want to do that, but I'm still in the process of identifying students. Yeah.
Yeah. In your definition, you have strong properties. Like you require that whenever someone wants to authenticate, he always provide the correct answer. But in most crypto protocols, they say they will provide the correct answer with high probability. So
certain.
In your work, you assume strong properties. Like, for example, if someone wants to authenticate, he always have to provide the correct answers or present the correct credentials. But what if? But in most of the crypto protocols, they have this probabilistic technique. They say, okay, you provide the correct answers with high probability.
Oh, okay.
Right. So wouldn't that like complicate stuff in your case?
No. So I think there are two different levels of abstraction of things. So say in the case of the proof the sigma particle. So the guarantee is not really 100%. So, but it is 1 minus some negligible probability. So by negligible it means okay. So even if the other three probability is a polynomial time, you cannot achieve. So which means that even if after polynomial instance of compensation is still preserved. So that doesn't hurt at all.
The questions? Sorry, you should say.